Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. A reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, entitled Prayers by Kunti. Text 18 to 20. Kunti Uvacha Namashe Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakriti Param Alakshyam Sarvabhutanam Antarbhahiravasthitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Text 19. Maya Javanika Chandam Agya Adokshajam Avyayam Nalaksese Muda Drisha Nacho Natya Daroyata. Translation. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Text 20. Tata Paramahamsana Munina Mamalatmanam Bhakti Yoga Vidanatam Katam Pashyame Haistriya. Translation. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakya Chakshuranmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurivi Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthabitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Shva Padantikam Vandeyam Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagagana Raghunatam Pritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Tam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagagana Lalita Shri Visakha Vitamsha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Mancha Kalpatrubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivasya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschati Deshatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you to this Sunday Srimad Bhagavatam session. Personally, I don't have any qualification to speak on the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yet my strength comes from devotees present here who could give me the encouragement to speak something about the Lord. It is for my own purification. So if any offense I'm committing knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me for that. So that is a famous quote Prabhupada always regularly, if not always, regularly quotes from the Chanakya Pandit. Chanakya Pandit is a great scholar, is a great administrator, is a great politician, statesman, and he is also a very good poet. His verses are compiled in the form of Chanakya Niti. He gives a moral on every poem or every story. He says there is a moral behind it. So the verse is talking about how an intelligent person should spend his day. So Chanakya Pandit says, Pratadyuta prasangena, madhyane striya prasangena, ratiri chora prasangena, kalo gachati dimatam. So Chanakya says that in the morning one should discuss about gambling. In the afternoon one should discuss about the women. And in the night one should discuss about the thief. Now, the external meaning or the explicit meaning violates all our regulatory principles. But what is the inner meaning? What is the implicit meaning of that is, in the morning, one should discuss about gambling means one should read Bhagavad Gita. So gambling is actually a part of the great epic Mahabharata, and it's because the war of Kurukshetra was a consequence of this gambling game. And because there was a Kurukshetra war, Krishna narrated this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So Bhagavad Gita comprises of 18 chapters with 700 slokas. So reading Bhagavad Gita in the morning sets the tone for us for the entire day. Bhagavad Gita gives a solution to the problems, whatever we will face or we have faced, everything. So normally when we have some problems, we just open some page of Bhagavad Gita and read the text and the translation. We feel that the problem is getting solved actually. So so Chanakya Pandit refers that we should read the Bhagavad Gita in the morning. And in the afternoon, one should read the women. I mean, one should discuss about the women. It means that we should read Ramayana. So Ramayana is history full of women-centric, you can say. Mother Sita is there, then Kaikeyi, the Mantra, Supanaga. Those so many characters, all are women-centric, and one should read Ramayana because it also gives how to deal. It also helps us how to deal with the relationship, like how an obedient son should be to his father, how protective an husband should be to his wife, and how chaste a wife should be, and how one should not be. All these are portrayed in Ramayana. So one should read Ramayana. One should read Bhagavad Gita in the morning, which sets the tone, and one should read Ramayana in the afternoon, which is dealing with various relationships. And in the night, one should read discuss about the thief, meaning we should read Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, which thief we are referring here is the thief who is, none other than Lord Krishna himself. Now, a thief, what does he normally do? He steals something gross, like he steals some money, valuables. Nowadays, with the gadgets coming, so there are thieves who steal these gadgets, mobile phone, all this stuff actually. So when we give a police complaint, the thief may be caught also. But Krishna is greatest of all thieves. He is not interested in anything gross. He steals everything subtle. He steals your heart. He steals your mind. He steals your eyes. He steals your beauty over a period of time. He steals your time. So who can be a better thief than Krishna himself? So one should discuss about thief. It literally it really means one should read Srimad Bhagavatam in the night. So this way, an intelligent person spends his whole day. This is what Chanakya Pandit has given in that verse. And And we are in different time zones in this material world. Like in US, it is night time, and so they can read Srimad Bhagavatam. We are in India, we are in morning time, so we can read Bhagavad Gita. But Krishna doesn't mind that whether we read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, or Ramayana, as long as we are completely, absorbed in his thoughts and actions. So coming to today's class, it all started with the completion of the war of Kurukshetra, battle of Kurukshetra. Pandavas won the battle, and Yudhishthira Maharaj was crowned in as a king of the entire universe. That time Hastinapur was the headquarters of the entire universe. And on the request of Pandavas, Krishna stayed in the kingdom for a few days. So after time gap, then Krishna thought that he should leave Hastinapur and join with his family in Dwaraka. So he took the permission of all Pandavas, and on the day of departure, Uttara came running towards the Lord. She was perceiving some imminent danger to her life. She was not worried for her life, but she had a baby in her womb, and she was fearful for the baby. So Krishna sensed that Ashwatthama had just released his master, and it was trying. It was in its attempt to kill the child, the last descendant of the Pandavas. So Krishna entered into the womb of Devaki and countered the effect of Brahmastra, and thus saved the child. And child went on to become King Parishit. So after this incident, when Krishna boarded the chariot, that was the time Kunti Maharani came with folded hands, with eyes full of tears. Those were the tears of emotion, love, and affection towards Krishna. Those were the tears of separation, because Krishna is going to leave them and go to Dwaraka, so they will be without Krishna now, henceforth. And then those were the tears of gratitude. Kunti could remember all those incidents which she had, the trouble she had passed through right from her childhood, when she had to leave her parents, and then there was this prayers which invoked a sun god, because through him she gave birth to Karna outside of marriage, and so it was such an embarrassing situation for her before marriage to give birth to the child. And then she got married. She had to lose her husband at a very early stage, and she had to take care of the 5 children of the 5 sons. We know that even today, to manage one son is a very difficult task for the parents. Now, those times Kunti alone was managing, was the 5 different characters, 5 different attitudes, 5 different mentalities. They used to fight with each other, and Kunti was tolerating all those things, incidents. And then they were devoid of their kingdom. They were thrown out of their kingdom. They had to settle in the forest in exile for 13 years, including 1 year of incognito. And then there were incidents of their house being set on fire, the Pandavas being poisoned. And then we know that Draupadi was insulted in the assembly, Kuru's assembly. And then now, and even in the war, even during the course of war, her grandchildren, 5 grandchildren, were killed by Ashwatthama. And now the incidents of Uttara. So in her tears, she was remembering all these incidents, and she was only showing her gratitude to Krishna. So each and every time of her tribulations, Krishna was by her side. So that's what that was the time she offered these wonderful prayers. So it all starts with Kunti Uvacha Namashe Purusham Tvadyam. Namashe. Oh my Lord, I offer my respectful and humble obeisances unto you. Purusham Tvadyam. Purusham Tvadyam. You are original Purusha. You are the Purusha means male, Adya means origin. You are the origin of all male. And through you, I mean, from you, all the other personalities come. So that's what she says. Purusham to Adyam. You are Adi Purusha. And Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, I think it's in chapter 10, sloka 8, Haham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam uta bhava samanvita. I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds. Everything emanates from me. A wise person who knows this perfectly will engage in my devotional service and worship me with full of heart. So Kunti was saying that Namaste Purusham to Adim, you are the original Purusha, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvaro Prakriti Param. Ishvara means controller. We know there are a lot of controllers, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu. And even in this middle world, there were so many controllers in the form of president, prime minister, and there were various rulers who came and gone. And they were only controlling a few section of people or a few resources, but they were all subject to the three modes of material nature, which are mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. And they were also subject to birth, old age, disease, and death. So no one is beyond the influence of material senses. Everyone was subject to this modes of material nature and subject to this birth, old age, disease, and death. So here it's mentioned as Prakriti Param. Param means supreme. So you're a supreme controller. Ishvara Prakriti Param means supreme, and controller. Ishvara means controller. So Krishna is beyond the influence of this material nature. Prakriti Param, beyond this material nature, beyond the influence of the material nature. In fact, Krishna is the creator of this material nature. Something Brahmaji also has quoted, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So Krishna is the supreme controller, is the supreme personality of Godhead, which is Kunti Maharani also echoes a similar statement of Brahmaji. And then Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam Antar Bahir Avasthitam. So Krishna is in everyone's heart. Antar Bahir Avasthitam is present in everyone's heart. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in chapter 15, sloka 15, Sarvasya Chagam Vritisande Vishto Matta Smritiganam Abhoganam Cha. He says, I'm situated in everyone's heart. From me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness.